top four, maybe a grand final showing, who knows. But we are getting into our first match of the group stage here. It's going to be Borange up against Elysium. Elysium, former Valorant Sunday Showdown champions. Taking a quick look here at the roster. I have had to find them on my notes first. Elysium has Get Greedy, JP2, Pauly, C Dubsta, and Lucky rounding out that roster there as we are into this beautiful agent select screen, taking a quick look at the agents that are going to come through for both of these teams. Looks like we actually have a Killjoy there on the side of Borange. Rather interesting pickup for Haven. See how that plays out on the side of Elysium. Things looking much more standard with the Omen, Phoenix, Jet, Cypher, and Sova rounding that out. And we are not on Icebox, but this is our beautiful new fly-through here of Icebox. We are actually on Haven, and I think a lot of the players would be very thankful for that. Not a lot of love for Icebox coming out here on social media quite recently.
You know, it's been so interesting because Icebox is it's new, right? There's so many different variations of the map and different things. I mean, and the thing I like about Valorant is that they've added something new every single time. I mean, we're talking about Haven, right? 3 sites, like it's different. That's not typically what we know. So
Yeah.
again, adding that little bit of a change and a difference to the game, which makes it that much more exciting.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a great point. New mechanics being introduced with every map is definitely really exciting for the players. But C-Site, I don't know, it feels like a bit of a meme coming from Counter-Strike. Doesn't feel like a real call-out, but it is very real. This match, very real here on Haven. Elysium starting out on the attacking side. They've already pushed up really aggressively towards mid here with 2 members pushing up onto B. Borange, not a lot here to greet them out on B site.
Yeah, and you can already see Pauly's using the drone, getting a lot of information already in this site. So they're already creeping away, but the spike's actually making its way through sewer. So instead, they're making a bit of a fake, which is going to be putting Adam in a bit of a pinch because now he's going to have to regroup with his teammate Blur. And you can already see a lot of action already starting through, and they're already swarming the site. They're trying to push, takes Adam down, and Blur, one member to survive, but does pick up another frag. Picks up another! What is going on, Jilly G?
Blur pops off on the defense. It looked so dangerous for Borange as Elysium had this 2-pronged attack, taking it through B site onto A, but Borange stands tall. Blur gets a massive double kill there, stands tall in the face of Elysium's attack, leaving just Pauly remaining. Pauly will get the revenge onto Blur, but I don't know. There's much more for Pauly to find here. The 2 defenders with full HP bars up against the 44 HP remaining for Pauly. How can he play this one out? He creeps around this corner trying to catch them off guard, but okay, Thumer takes him down, and Borange with the first round over the former VSS champions.
Yeah, that was a really interesting round. I mean, I really like that play from Elysium, the fact that they were trying to use the drone, get some information in B, but they actually decided to go for the A split instead. But Borange, I mean, the fact that Blur was able to pick up 2 frags like that in that kind of a position is so critical. And you can see why that worked out so well for them, because his teammate, Adam, he had nothing to work with. He was stuck underneath the heaven, and he just had nothing to do, and then he got taken down.
Yeah, exactly like you said. I really liked the play from Elysium, but Borange with the perfect adaptation there. Blur sunk away into that long corridor, giving him that prime positioning to pick up that double kill. Okay, Thumer with a lot of intel is going to open up the door for him to pick up that first kill. Justin tries to find the trade there, gets mowed down, and okay, Thumer picks up the 3K off the back of the 2K. 5 kills for the Sova early on, and Borange steam on ahead to a 2-0 lead. See if Elysium can respond now with this full buy, but we'll see the light armor going over to Pauly there.
Yeah, and I mean, that last round was kind of a gimme. I mean, you saw Elysium just, playing a little bit, quick and aggressive. They wanted to see if they can maybe get the spike down, maybe pick up a frag if they can, damage that economy. But again, it doesn't really work out. And like you said, okay, Thumer coming up big with a triple. I think that was with a stinger too, so that's gonna sting a little bit, you know?
I was going to say, how many bullets did he have available to him? That bullet per kill ratio there, very low on the side of OK Thumer, making the most of each one of those tiny little stinger shots. We'll see if Elysium can deal with it a bit better this time now with the equipment on their side, as they, once again, are not wasting time pushing out onto this A site here. Light execute coming through in the terms of utility, but that doesn't stop Get Greedy picking up that first kill onto Crazy Good. That lets Elysium safely get this spike down as the shock darts rain in from above from OK Thumer. Borange in the 4v5, setting up for the retake here.
Yeah, you can already see Blur actually going to get stopped from the molly. That is from the Phoenix. So now just spamming away with the stinger, but now Adam comes in, death from above, and he's able to take down Pauly, and then JP2 replies back with the trades and able to take another before he falls. And now it's just to the 2-on-3 situation. Blur still looking for more, but he's not able to get the frag, and Justin comes up big. Elysium pick up their big round 2-1.
Wow, Justin came up huge there with that massive flick to either side of the site. Got shot straight in the head there from Blur, but those, as we said, those tiny little stinger bullets not packing enough punch there to take down Justin. And Justin defends the spike very well there, picks up the double kill and gets Elysium on the board early on, stopping the reign of terror from Borange. We'll see Borange can re-extend their lead here to 2. And I've got to say, definitely hard to not root for a team named Borange.
Pretty clever name indeed. I mean, they actually didn't even invest very much in that last round, but you can already see Hunter's Fury's doing a lot of damage, and he actually gets spotted. Fakes, he was wide open. Pauly making the connection with the Hunter's Fury. That is so big, and now they're going to get this site for free, Dilly G.
What an amazing play from Elysium to get those opening 2 kills practically for free, rooting out the defenders here. And this may be a save here for Borange. I don't know if they really want to press the issue here. Blur gets a big kill onto Lucky, catches him lurking. So that's a little bit of consolation here for Borange, but Elysium, they looked tight as a drum on that push onto C.
Yeah, I really like this execute, and now you can even see Borange. I mean, they're not even going to try to go for this, but even Pauly's hunting, and he's going to get taken down, and there's no reason for them not to. They're going to just try to damage that economy a little bit more. But you need to be careful because they don't actually have a lot of money also. So we're seeing that Justin's still kind of holding on the gas. He's still looking around, creeping, but Blur holding the tight angle. Sees the barrel, and he's able to get that triple kill. But that will make things back to a 2-2.
Elysium, they take the round, but I agree with you. They've got to be careful. I think they were a little too casual there on those lurks, and it fed right into the agenda of Blur there, who got a triple kill despite the round going over to Elysium. So Elysium, I think they are playing well, but they've got to show some respect here to the side of Borange. I know it may be hard to take a team like this seriously, but Borange showing they are nothing to mess with here.
You know, that's a really interesting comment you made is about the team name. I remember back in my day when I used to compete, I mean, I just aged myself there, but you know, when we did that, we'd actually make these troll names because we wanted people to kind of go, oh, these guys aren't probably that good.
Yeah.
You throw them off guard a little bit, and then all of a sudden you start winning rounds, and then they're like, oh crap, like these guys are actually a lot better than we thought, right? So it's a little bit of a mind game.
Here comes the seriously named Elysium. No joke in that name, and no joke from Justin. Takes down Fakes through the smoke there, and Borange already on the back foot here as the spike goes down, but an excellent shock dart lands onto Justin there. Takes down a fair bit of HP away as Blur. So dangerous here in this game thus far. See what he can find. Oh, wins the spray trade with JP2 there, and that's going to let Crazy Good push forward, but Crazy Good runs right into Get Greedy. Get Greedy, not getting greedy at all. Holds his sight there, and once again, Elysium are going to force Borange, I think, away from the C site. OK Thumer, the lone defender remaining, but it may be enough as time ticks away from him. Can he find one more here? The defuse certainly not going to be a viable option as the walls close in around OK Thumer. Elysium make it 3 in a row, despite Justin dropping to the spike there. And I definitely like what you said there about the kind of troll team names Borange Borange a bit of that effect there. I'd like to call it the unicorns of love effect. Anybody who's paid attention to the EU League of Legends scene, or I mean the world League of Legends scene, having made it to Worlds this current year, Unicorns of Love came in with, you know, a bit of a joke name and then took the world by storm there, and EU performed really, really well. So Orange Borange may be looking to follow up on the Unicorns of Love effect.
Now we can actually see that Orange, I mean, they don't have a lot to work with. I mean, we can already see the shorties are out. Adam just hanging out in the sewers, hoping for something to work. He's only got 2 shots to make a connection, but he's got 2 players pushing him. You can see he's getting ready. Bolt to Jet in the Omen. If he times is right, he might be able to pick up 1. He does pick up the 1, get the free weapon reward. He hasn't quick switched to it yet. He's still anticipating to get this, but he's not able to and get greedy. The greed pans out very well, and now the paranoia connects onto Crazy Good, and already Orange down to 3 members, and this is a 4-on-3 situation. The Huntress Fury coming through on the Orange side now.
I was literally holding my breath as Adam pushed through that smoke, looking to connect onto Get Greedy, but Get Greedy stays cool, finds the kill onto the shorty wielder. Orange now in a 3v4 with light guns in hand. Not the big rifles to contend with Elysium, and it's going to show as JP2 wins out over Fakes here. See if Crazy Good can find him a cheeky kill on the edge, and he does. Sprays down Lucky, but pays for it with his life, leaving his teammate alone and dead. OK Thumer gets taken down by JP2, and Orange, they've looked so competitive here in this match, but that hasn't stopped Elysium from asserting their dominance here in this first half.
One thing to note too, and the one thing I just want to give kudos for is Pauly. I mean, Pauly being the Sova is a very important agent to have, and I mean the fact that he uses recon bolt at the right time, is right on that connector of spawn, and that actually just gave away the location for the 2 orange players. So immediate easy for the team to get ready for the retake situation, and they just read it like a book.
Yeah, both the Sovas, I would say, playing so well here. So we see the Jet ultimate coming out now for Elysium. They're going to push right off the back of that into the C long, but they won't be able to get onto site here. They're smoked out, and there's 2 Borange members there to greet them. So Elysium putting the pedal to the metal here to start out the 7th round. Bladestorm in the pocket there. Oh, Pauly with this lurk. Oh, but it's not going to pay off. OK Thumer with the awareness takes him out. That's going to make Adam's life a little bit easier here on this C site.
Yeah, that was such a big play. I mean, Pauly, if he was able to pick up that frag or 2, that could have really changed things. The fact that he was able to get so much real estate, the fact that he pushed up in garage and he was already pushing through C, that was really, really scary. But now it's a 4-on-4, and I mean, Adam missed a few opportunities with that op. We'll see if he can rebound and make something work this next round. Still 38 seconds left, and now we can see Elysium. They're getting ready to take this site, and they're creeping through and Get Greedy just down to 12 HP. He has his ult, and he has a lot of utility still left here, Billy.
I'm surprised Orange didn't leave anyone over onto A site, but that is how it plays out as Elysium storm out onto site. Not much utility needed to get this spike down. Oh, but here comes the lockdown from Crazy Good. This may have been why Orange happy to leave it open. That will result in a spike plant for Elysium. Let's see what Orange can get off the back of this lockdown here. No one did. Oh, one player detained actually there on the edge. Will be the Cypher there for Elysium. Oh, and the defuse comes out. I didn't even see it.
Oh my goodness.
The lockdown won the round there from Crazy Good.
Wow. That the fact that the ult from the Killjoy like panned that out so much, and they just completely went for the defuse. I didn't even notice that until right when we saw it there. I mean, the fact that he just ran in, he just Bros don't fake, I guess.
Elysium certainly weren't aware of it. I don't feel bad for not being aware of it if Elysium, former VSS champs Elysium, weren't aware of it. Borange just snuck that one in. I thought Elysium, along with the rest of us, thought that Borange was going to try to get a bit more security out on that A side before going for the full defuse, but they didn't even look for kills. They just got the lockdown, pushed Elysium off of site, and secured the defuse almost for free. But we'll see if Borange can carry that momentum here into the 8th round to try and tie this one up. Adam, so far unsuccessful finding a pick on that op. See how Elysium continue to play around that. Okay, Thumer set up in the garage here. It's all 5 members of Elysium now with their eyes turned towards the B side. See how this execute comes out for them.
It's going to be the drone that's going to be scouting through the site. So Paulie clearing as much as possible, and all the smokes are actually blocking, so he hasn't been able to find a player, but actually lands the recon bolt onto OK Thumer. So that's going to give away that location, and Justin gets the jumping shot onto him. Okay, that's going to work, and now a 5-on-3 situation, Borange. Dilly G, I mean, I think they're going to have to save this one.
I think that's the right call, but that's not going to stop Fakes from pushing forward, finding this frag on Paulie, despite being revealed there. Orange in a tenuous position here. They've got to make this one stick. Is Crazy Good with the help of a turret, pushes forward, gets the kill on the JP2, but he's going to get nicked there. Gets shot in the back by Get Greedy, but the kills are rolling in for Orange here. Adam gets a big kill with that op in hand onto Get Greedy, but the time working against Orange. Can they get this diffused through? It's so close. 0.8 of a second. Orange 2 defuses in a row. That one's certainly dicier than the first, but Orange coming through clutch.
Holy moly. I mean, you know, I was even saying like Orange, yeah, you might want to save, but you know what, they made me eat my own words and they just completely went for it. That was a 3v5. The fact that they won that so easily. I mean, it came right down to the wire, but man, they just picked Elysium apart one by one.
Really excellent positioning coming out from Crazy Good and Adam there to get themselves into the backside of that B site, worked their way in on Elysium, and that positioning paid off in the end on Elysium, coming out guns firing here in this 9th round, showing a bit of aggression, trying to get those rounds dropped right back. But Orange with really good intel here on this mid corridor. It's going to force the push from Elysium, and Paulie makes it stick, gets the kill onto the rival Sova. That leaves Blur in a stressful position with only 33 HP remaining as Elysium, once again, despite the unsuccessful push on the B side last time around, are going to try and make it work this time around. Crazy Good forced off this site, the utility raining out for Elysium as the spike goes down.
Yeah, and that molly that landed too. I mean, you could see Blur was actually getting ready to pounce onto the spike planter, but then it wasn't able to work. But Blur was talking about him, and now he's finally coming back even more. Uses the Devour to get more HP, and Fakes able to help his teammate and pick up another frag. So now a 4-on-3 situation. Elysium, their backs are against the boards here, losing already down in the numbers of players. We only got 6 HP left for Justin. He's gonna just hang on inside this smoke, still spraying away, able to make the shots work. Dashes in, but not able to make the connection. And now it's just to the 1-on-1. It is JP2 versus the Omen of Borange. Oh, they're right in front of each other, and Fakes takes him down. But I think the spike's going too fast here, Dilly G.
Wow, what a back and forth round. I mean, kills flying in fast and furious there for either side. Borange looked so strong after, once again, they had the disadvantage going into this retake, but Blur came up massive with that kill into Devour, opened the door for Fakes to establish control there of that mid lane. But all in all, it wasn't enough. Elysium played the positioning game to perfection, and that secured that detonation despite all 5 members of Elysium going down to the guns of Borange. What a crazy round there. Not much to separate these teams by as we go into the 10th. Ult popping there for the side of Elysium. See how it's put to use here as Blur now relegated to this judge. Oh, comes around the corner, doesn't even matter, gets the massive double kill as Paulie on the opposite side gets yet another Hunter's Fury snipe through the walls. But the kills still favoring Borange off of Blur. Popping off there on the A side of the map. Fakes takes down Get Greedy, and now just Justin with a few knives in hand.
I mean, I just want to highlight, I mean, you were definitely making the best comment about him because, I mean, Blur has been one of those players from this roster on Borange. Just picking up those frags, picking up the good numbers, those impact frags that we talk about. And then especially in a situation like that, the fact that he was able to peek when there's 2 players that look away. I don't even know why they're both looking away at the first point, but the fact that he makes the judge connect on a double kill, that's absolutely insane. And then he's able to pick up a third and pick up a new rifle for his reward.
Absolutely massive play from Blur. Certainly the X factor here for Borange thus far. don't know how you can really deal with it from the side of Elysium. Blur is the perfect example here of tempered aggression, pushing forward when it calls for it, hanging back when the team needs. Really hard for Elysium to play around thus far, but the round's still tied up now, 5 apiece. See if Elysium can once again get themselves an edge here, as they've got all 5 members working on this A side, but this time 3 members of Orange in tow to greet them. Here comes the full execute out from Orange, the paranoia and smokes coming out. Fakes gonna make the most of it with a kill onto Justin, but JP2 finds the revenge. Fakes picks up the double before going down to his rival Omen. This will open the door for a spike plant here in this 3v3 as the Empress pops her Blur, and this is so dangerous for Elysium. They've got to play this one just right.
They're inside the site. I mean, Adam's still on top of a tower, and now Blur getting ready to pounce, and he's able to take down the one. He uses the dismiss, and now he makes it through. And look at that, just clean and sweep. Orange get the lead back. Gonna be 6-5, and what a magnificent retake. That
was a beautiful team execution there from Orange. All 3 remaining members picking up the 3 remaining kills there. Crazy good following up on his teammates' push there into the site. That's once again going to give Orange the lead here after they had previously dropped 4 in a row to Elysium here in this first half, got 4 of the last 5. And they look like they could potentially and very well likely may get a 7th round going into the second half, as Elysium are forced onto a bit of a half bye here.
The interesting thing too is, I mean, Blur, you can see the positioning that he's in right now, pushing really aggressive on B, and this didn't work a few rounds ago, so it looks like he's actually going to try to go for this again. So they're trying to be a bit more aggressive than just hanging back in the sites. But instead, he's actually going to stay a little bit cool. He's just going to hang inside the cubby of mid-courtyard.
It's definitely
going to be close.
Definitely what we talked about with Blur is that tempered aggression. He's pushed up, but he's not, he's not reckless. He's not revealing himself to the enemy team. He's just somewhere where you might not expect him to be, but Elysium have played around it for now moving out into the C site here. See how Orange can deal with this, and they just back away for now. They understand the numbers game. They understand what's at stake here in this 12th round. Orange will allow the spike to go down and get themselves set up for this retake as the intel works out for Elysium here. Blur on that flank on the backside, going undetected here as his other 4 teammates are a bit crammed into that back corner. Lockdown goes out for Orange to try to get some space from Elysium. They're trying to push them into Blur, but Lucky wins out over Blur with the Bulldog. A massive kill for Elysium to get here on the start of this retake. Fakes, though, evens the tide, takes down Polly. Justin gets one before going down, and Orange completely steamroll the defense here of Elysium, leaving just Lucky remaining. He's completely smoked out, finds 1 kill, can't find any more, but the time!
Oh,
is there time?
No.
Lucky!
Oh!
Lucky clutches it out from the grave. Such a massive, impressive performance there from Lucky to play that one just right. It looked so dire having been backed away into that cubby there in C corridor, but Lucky played that one exactly right. And Elysium make it 6-6 here as we move into this second half.
Wow. That was so big from Lucky. I mean, the fact that he used his camera, got the connection to get the location of the diffuser, picks up the frag. I mean, that's literally what won them that round, because you could see the Killjoy was actually sticking it and ready to go. I mean, that was so impactful and brings them back 6-6. I mean, what a nail-biter game already, Dilly G.
Game 1 of the group stage does not get any better than this. Elysium are being put to the test here by Orange. Orange showing they are just as good as anybody here. They came out to compete here today for the $1,000 here on the line. Orange looking to stake their claim on it, already making big plays early on over a former champion in the form of Elysium. And Elysium, I don't know that they would have expected to play this tough of a game this early on.
No, and definitely not. I mean, this is the first game, so you're kind of getting the nerves out of the way, the rust a little bit, maybe waking up. I mean, I'm not sure, but Elysium, they're probably thinking like, holy, we got a long road ahead of us. I mean, this is a very close for comfort game.
There is definitely some solace for Elysium or Orange, whichever team walks away the loser here. There is still hope. This is a round of robin group stage, so regardless of how this match goes, these teams have 2 more games on the way versus their respective group members here. And we saw last week with Mamba Mode Gaming Purple, actually, they went 0-2 in their group stage matches until their 3rd match there, where they were able to secure a victory, and that actually sent them into a tiebreaker with 3 of their members of their group, and they were able to win out on round differential. So it ain't over till it's over is the old adage, and that certainly will prove true today. If this group is as close as this game, it's certainly going to come down to the wire, and certainly going to come down to that final game there.
Yeah, now a lot, really does rely on this pistol too, because I mean, it's an even game, and then if you can pick up the pistol, theoretically, you should be able to pick up the next round. I mean, it's not always a given, of course, with
Right.
the caliber of players we have, but it'll be interesting to see if we can get a bit of a bounce back from Elysium.
It'll be interesting to see too that second round, as you were talking about, like. When you win the pistol round, yes, you do expect to then pick up the second round. You've got a bit more money and you're going to splash out there for the SMGs, but also you expect the losing team there to just save. Classics, no armor, really is the name of the game if you've dropped that first pistol round. But we have seen teams make some waves here with some second round of the half pistol buy, or excuse me, not pistol buy, second round of the half force buys. We'll see sometimes stingers going over to that losing side, shorty and some armor. And we've really seen some tense second rounds here with some of those teams that drop that initial pistol round actually picking up the second round. And then that throws a big wrench into the economic flow there of that team that's won the pistol round. It really, for both teams, it becomes tricky to put together a healthy third round, but even the fourth round becomes so weird for these teams to try and put together a full buy, especially depending on how the kills end up shaking down. It can be really hard to build up a bankroll early on, and we've seen some of these halves get actually decided really around the 5th or 6th round just to how a team can get their economic situation set up for the rest of the half there.
I would definitely agree with you. And I mean, now it looks like the pause is finally stopped. So the countdown is finally going through. So everything is looking like it's in order. That's always a good thing. We're
plugged in our routers, picked up cats off the keyboard, spilled up any spilled drink, or whopped up any spilled drinks there. Not spilling any drinks, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully not. I mean, that's always the worst thing too. I mean, I've definitely been there. You swipe the arm, you're like, well, there goes my liquid right all over my keyboard.
That's why I've got a separate table for drinks.
There you go. That's like next level thinking.
Every gamer needs what every gamer needs. See if Orange have their separate table for beverages here in this first round. Really spread out approach to this pistol round. Actually, you will see some teams try to win that power with numbers strategy. Orange right now picked up some intel across the map. They see Elysium isn't forcing the issue anywhere, and so Orange understand they're going to have to be the ones to take it to them. They'll go for the fight here on A. 3 members of Elysium, though, already ready to greet them as Orange push up on that left side of the site and fakes, pops off with 2 massive headshots onto Polly and Justin, and already Elysium in dire straits here as Orange nearly flawlessly take over the A site. Get Greedy, the only member remaining here for Elysium, and Orange proving so deadly in these pistol rounds.
This is absolute mayhem. Like that was just like full push. I mean, Orange, they're like, you know what, we're just gonna keep going, we're not gonna let go of the gas at all. And look at that, they get a site absolutely for free. They only lose 1 member, and then now they pick up the lead. I mean, that whole play from Adam running through connector like that and just went for the frag against I believe that was the Phoenix on Elysium. So again, that's so big and so ballsy at the same time.
Yeah, so gutsy there from Adam. I absolutely love it. Had nothing to lose there in that situation. Just went for it, got rewarded with the kill as well. And Orange make a really big statement here to start off this second half. I see Elysium maybe considering a bit of a force buy. We saw some Buckies considered, but Elysium playing it safe. They understand the margin is still close. Orange haven't run away with this one quite yet, and so Elysium making the play for the long con here in the second half.
And this is a good play from Elysium. The fact that, you know, they are on the save, they don't really have a lot of, you know, weapons to work with. Their inventory is not the greatest. So they're actually just grouping up together a little bit more. They want to get that information, try to get those trade frags. Any kind of damage they can do is very, very important at this point. And you can even see, get greedy.
Yeah.
He's actually pushing through, and now the site's for free again for Orange.
Get Greedy could make a play on that backside, but right now it's all about what's happening on site is Blur. Oh my goodness, the kills trading in favor of Elysium there. Elysium with a very successful retake. They're able to make the classics work and then picked up the SMGs for good measure. The Nano Swarm will force the defuse off for now, and Crazy Good now in the 1v1 wins that trade over Polly. Justin! Oh, Justin comes up massive with the triple kill, with the defuse. It didn't even take a force by Elysium. Snatch away the second round of the half from the grip of Borange.
And that's exactly what I was talking about in the pregame. I mean, the second round, you can never count a team out. But I mean, the fact that Elysium had nothing, they only had classics, and they won that, and they played together, and it panned out extremely well. And Justin picking up a triple, picking up with the, I believe that was the Spectre that he got. That's just, oh my goodness.
It's a big disappointment, you have to say, for Borange. Their own tools used against them in a round where Elysium literally invested nothing. Borange give away a very crucial round and now are on very much a eco buy here. Only a couple SMGs, the rest on pistols here for Borange. See if they can pull together a thrifty in the way that Elysium have showed them how, but always tough to bounce back after a round like that. And Elysium in a very good position now with full rifles, full armor, holding down the 3 sites here on Haven.
Both teams are both just so tenacious. I mean, this is back to a tie game. We're in the second half, and now even Pauly's scouting all the players. He actually only spots the one, so he doesn't realize there's 2 others that were just hanging out in the corner. And now they're going to try to pounce onto this B site potentially, but they're getting ready. Now the execute's coming in. The smokes are here. That's going to be the spike getting planted, so they hopefully can get this so they can get the money bonus. Doesn't take any damage, able to escape. So now we're on a 5-on-5 retake situation.
Wow, Borange playing this one exactly right, despite the light equipment, despite the light utility, forcing Elysium's hand here. Elysium will get the positioning here on the B site, but nothing's guaranteed quite yet as Justin gets his head taken off there by Fakes, but Get Greedy finds the revenge on to Blur. Adam finds one with the classic onto Polly, but Lucky takes him down before he can do any more damage, but Borange keep it even and take the lead for good measure. Okay, Thumer pops off and Borange respond with a thrifty round of their own. Les, what the heck is going on here?
I can't even. I don't even. I honestly, I couldn't even like try to put an analysis on this. I mean, it looks like Elysium, they have the situation, and then all of a sudden, Borange, they just pull something out of the book. They're like, you know what? We're just gonna show you guys a little cool little gimmick we got here, and then they just win this round, and they didn't even have anything either. I mean, this is the game of like classics, apparently.
I cannot react big enough for how big of a play these teams put together back to back there. Elysium takes the win with the classic, takes down the attack of Borange, and Borange storm right back with a little half eco in the face of rifles. Get Greedy though, gets a rifle right back from Fakes. Catches him sleeping. Blur finds the revenge there through the smoke, finds the overheal for good measure, but won't force the issue as JP2 hunting with the Sheriff, trying to find a head to click there. Both Jets here with the Blade Storm in hand. Adam hunting for a kill there on that seaside. Will back away. Oh, Polly finds the headshot but won't find the kill onto Crazy Good. Crazy Good wins out that time around, and that gives Borange a big 4v3 advantage here to push out onto this B site.
And this is a tough situation for Elysium because now they're all completely split up. And look, even Justin tries to land the Blade Storm, not able to make it, but Adam going to give him full knives. And now the trades are back and forth, making it the 3-on-2. Borange with the player advantage. And Blur picking up the frag against JP2. And that's going to be that. Blur coming up big again with the triple for Borange.
Elysium needs to start getting nervous now. Things looked, close, but Orange now with a big lead here in the second half. It's only 2 rounds, but 2 rounds is the largest margin that we've been able to separate these teams by thus far. And Orange are now only 4 rounds away from closing out this best of 1 over a former champion in the form of Elysium. This would be a very impressive victory for Orange, but regardless, these rounds have been so impressive for them. Really clever stuff, really innovative stuff coming out from Orange here.
Yeah, a lot of really great different plays that we're seeing from both teams. I mean, Orange have definitely been making us, gasp a lot this game because it just seems like they pull these rounds out of nowhere. Rounds that don't even look like it should be theirs, and they just pull them through. But now a 9-7 score. Orange have the lead by 2. Elysium finally have the money in the bank where they can put some kind of contention with their weapons. But they're gonna have to pull this round. Otherwise, this is gonna be making it more of the opportunity for Orange to pull things through.
Oh man, and Elysium can't give away starts like that. Blur able to find some opening kills there before getting taken out. Elysium are in a even 3v3, but they're so spread out here. Orange may be able to take advantage of this positioning. Here comes the execute onto A site from Orange. Only Justin there to try and stop them. He's got to smoke himself out for now. JP2 there on the backside, on the flank. Oh, Justin with this big push forward wins out over Crazy Good. That's a big victory here in the 17th for Elysium. Spike will go down for Orange here. 3 defenders remaining. But as I said, they're so spread out. They're going to have to win these trades. 1v1. OK Thumer set up on site. JP2, though, assassinates Adam there, A-Long, leaving OK Thumer as the lone defending attacker remaining. Gets taken out by Lucky, and Elysium claw Orange right back within arm's reach.
A very interesting setup from Orange. I mean, Adam playing on the long A, right behind, the top boxes there. But I mean, a lot of trust that no one's going to flank from long. I mean, that's a risky play, but it didn't pan out in his favor. But Elysium, they pull it through. Now only 1 round away from tying this thing up. And Orange, I mean, their money isn't the greatest in terms of some of the players, but enough for them to spread the wealth. And look at that. We already have operators from both teams, Justin and Adam, going to be the players that have it. Both Jets, obviously, that's pretty known exactly right now, the current meta of Valorant.
Wouldn't have it any other way. And we're actually looking interested to see these buys come out from Elysium, actually, because it did look like they're 1 rifle short here. And yeah, it will be Polly left without even an SMG. So a bit interesting there from Elysium. After having picked up the previous round, still not able to get a optimal buy put together. Orange may be able to take advantage here. Blur being so aggressive. Get greedy. Wouldn't have expected that. Blur pushes right on up through C, gets a free kill for it, and gives Orange plenty of options of how they want to approach this round. More than a minute remaining here. Elysium forced back into the backsides of this map here. Got to do a bit of hiding here. They've got to survive this onslaught from Orange. Pauly will be able to get himself a Vandal there in hand, but here comes the execute from Orange pushing out onto B site there. Oh, Blur finds the first kill onto Pauly. Can Lucky try and stop this plant? He can't find the angle. Oh, and eventually will find the damage, but Crazy Good finds the revenge here. Orange with the spike down in a 4v3 or 4v2.
Yeah, and even the Hunter's Fury, they're trying to use it. And I was just going to say there's a lot of ultimates that are ready here for Orange. And OK Thumer able to clear the spike. And that's a really good way just to not have anybody get near that area.
Yeah, Elysium considered a bit of heroics. They considered a bit of 2v4, but they thought better of it. They thought the op in the hands of Justin might be a little too valuable to wager this time around. So Orange will go out on the hunt. Orange will get themselves onto double digits, re-extending their lead here to 2 over Elysium. Justin still finds a bit of revenge onto Crazy Good. Don't think he'll find much more though.
Yeah, this has been, I just cannot believe it. I mean, it always looks like it's just back and forth. I mean, now Orange, they have the 2-round lead. We have another full gun round from both teams. Justin still has that op, and then his teammate's going to be having the Vandals and Phantoms. And of course, the exact same situation on the other side of Orange. But we haven't seen the ops being like the biggest impact like as we normally would,
Yeah.
which is really interesting, especially on a map like Haven.
Yeah, I don't think the bulk of Justin's kills have been found with the op, and Adam hasn't really been able to get going on the opposite side there with the op. So, yeah, the op not as big of a factor here as it may usually be. Really has been more about the Vandal of Blur here, as he does get spotted out by JP2, and that intel is going to go on over to Pauly here. The Hunter's Fury rings out, but a little bit of fancy footwork coming in here for Orange as they dip, duck, dive away from the Hunter's Fury there of Pauly. And that's going to let Blur get so much territory here in this B mid area. Lucky, I don't think he knows what he's up against here. Blur comes around the corner, takes him down, gets the heal as well, pops the Devour. And that leaves Pauly in a sticky situation as Borange start to push forward off the back of that lockdown here. Pauly between a rock and a hard place. He's got to make this one stick. As he peeks around the corner, gets taken down by Blur, and Borange once again in an advantageous position here as the spike goes down. Elysium with all the weight on their shoulders. Can they make it work as Blur finds his third kill of the round?
And now only down to one player for Elysium, and that is going to be the Jet. All the way on the other side on the A site, going to be falling back as fast as possible. Still has the operator, but hopefully Justin going to have to be able to hold his ground because he is going to be the only player left, and there's going to be a lot of orange players hunting for him. And you can already see one player close, and the Opto comes out, but Justin lives just by the skin of his teeth, but he falls, and Blur picking up a quad, making it to the 11th point for them right now.
Did they shoot each other at the same time and somehow Justin just got legged instead of... Wow, that's a bit heartbreaking there for Adam, but I think he'll be comforted by that round win there for his team. And Borange, they have clawed their way through this match. They've put up with everything Elysium has had to throw at them, and they've got themselves in prime position to pick up their first dub of the day. Really impressive stuff from Borange, and massively impressive stuff from Blur here. Big MVP material. See if he can close this one out for Borange as they waste no time pushing out onto A side. They know Elysium here at a gun disadvantage, and Blur easily wins out over Lucky, but Get Greedy gets rewarded for his patience, gets a free kill onto OK Thumer before getting traded out by Blur there. Borange, goodness, and Blur more so stands tall in the face of that Elysium defense there.
Blur is just so destructive. There's no stopping this guy. I mean, look at him. He just took down 3 members from Elysium. Like, he just runs over them, and he's just demolishing them. And Fakes, he's definitely been on the top 2, and he picks up another frag, and Blur tries to make the quad, sorry, but he's not able to. And Pauly, I mean, he's got the Phantom, but at this point, he's going to just need to save and put it into this last round.
Yeah, really unfortunate situation here from Pauly, but that is the move for him. He's going to have to concede this match point going over to Borange, or this match point position, rather, over to Borange. Yeah, Blur, I just don't know how you deal with this guy. He's been all over the map, getting in the faces of Elysium, both on attack and on defense. We often refer to Reyna as being, you know, a feast or famine kind of agent. If you want to make her kit work, you do need to be playing this Blur style of, you know, having no fear, getting these entry frags, and it is paying off in a massive way. 28, 12, and 7. No one even within miles of that KDA there for Blur.
The guy's completely on top of everybody. He's pretty much double some of his other teammates and even some of the other members on the other team. So again, pulling up 28 frags in a game like this in the first game of the day in the bracket, it's what a statement from Borange. I mean, now they're on match point. They just need one more to take this thing home.
Oh, Pauly opens up with the action there, but the action doesn't favor his team, or doesn't favor anyone quite yet, as the kills trade out 2 for 2 there, but I don't think that's what Elysium had in mind. Don't think they were going for trades. I think they were going for advantages, and Borange snatches that away from them. Looks on over to the C side, and this is again what we've been talking about here with the side of Elysium, is they haven't been able to win out these early trades, and that's left them so spread out across the map. Orange really hitting these pressure points.
Yeah, they really have been just hitting all the pressure points, and now even Get Greedy just stuck inside a garage, going to be with his teammates, and now the smokes are going to come through. Crazy Good going to be creeping his way, leading the charge, and that you see Sight spamming away through the smoke, but there's two players just on the other side of this. He throws the nade, but now he actually falls back. Oh, the timing is just not right. And now the spike is down, but there's still lots of time left. But it's a 2-on-2. But Crazy Good makes the connection. Justin, he gets taken down, and it's all just down to Lucky on the 1v2 situation, Dilly G.
Absolutely massive play from Crazy Good. I don't know how he made that one work, but made it work he did. And Lucky, they know where he is now as the paranoia rings out. Lucky gets one. Can Lucky get two? We've seen him clutch it before, and he's got this ultimate to give him the intel. Gets the spot out onto Crazy Good. It gets the Phantom. 15 bullets in the mag, down to 7. It's going to be forced to reload. You can hear the time ticking away against Lucky. Can Lucky find the trade here as Crazy Good reveals himself? He has to get that defuse to halfway, but can't get it done. Can't get the kill. Crazy Good comes up with the 2K. Borange come up with the victory. And what a big way to start off week number 30 of the Valorant Sunday Showdown.
Holy moly. I can't even describe how I feel right now. Like, that was an incredible game. I mean, even Lucky, he was a bit quiet that game, but then he almost pulled up a 2v1 situation right down to the wire. But I mean, hats off to Borange. I mean, they played a phenomenal Haven and really put Elysium kind of in a bit of a tough spot right now.
I think some people may look at the scoreline and say Elysium, maybe the start of the day, you know, maybe they needed some time to warm up and get going, but I don't think that was the case. I think Elysium showed up to play. I think Elysium was playing really well. Borange, it wasn't a matter of frag capability from the whole team. It was positioning. This team played the map really well and really enabled Blur to work his magic around the map, opened up all kinds of opportunities there for Borange. Almost undoubtedly our match MVP is Blur, 28, 13, and 7. Combat score of 403. I don't know that I've ever seen a combat score go so high. Blur take a bow, an absolutely massive start to Borange's run here in week number 30 of the Valorant Sunday Showdown. Definitely have to give credit over to Fakes as well. You can see doing his absolute best to keep up with his compatriot there. Crazy Good as well had a massive performance for the Killjoy. I was a bit skeptical of that pick going into Haven, but Crazy Good made it work to the best of his ability. And of course, OK Thumer as well on the Sova. Really excellent intel gathering. And I saw some really impressive shock darts, especially from that defending side there of Borange.
No, I definitely agree. I mean, the one thing to note about Blur too is the fact that when you're playing Arena, you have to be fragging very heavy. And that's exactly what Blur did. He's picking up all these big rounds, triple kills, double kills, everything. And that's exactly what you want from Arena. When you're not as active and getting those frags, Reyna can be a weak agent. But in this game, we saw why she's so dominant. And such a good pick from a lot of teams across the world.
Yeah, I don't think Borange will be changing that component of their team comp anytime soon. We, though, are going to make a quick change of teams. We are going to take a look at another group here for the group stage of Game 2 of our group stage. We're going to take a short few-minute break, and we'll be right back with Game 2 of the group stage. Stick around. You definitely don't want to miss it.